Well, just when you think it couldn't get any worse, it does. What can I say? Apparently, Julia Wandelt claimed to have saliva and hair from the crime scene of Madeleine McCann. And, you'll like this one, my friends, after retesting her DNA, Julia concluded that she was not Polish, but British and Irish, and a relative of the McCanns. Now, Madeleine McCann's DNA is primarily British. Her parents, Kate and Gerry McCann, are both British, which means her genetic heritage is predominantly British as well. Now, how much lying do you believe? How much fabrications of truth can you take? To believe what I've just said about Julia, you need an IQ below 20. Julia Wandelt is, as we all know, 99% Polish with some Lithuanian and Romanian heritage. So you cannot then decide that your DNA has changed. You must be thinking what I'm thinking. It's impossible. So Julia Wandelt is again lying for attention. Sending your DNA to places for ancestry is absolutely nothing like a forensic DNA test. They are two very, very different things. But one thing should be nagging you. One thing should be screaming at you. Because it's just not believable. Ever. Ever. What is that one thing? You know you're asking yourself it already. Go on, tell me. Julia Wandelt has DNA from the Madeleine McCann crime scene. Did Julia Wandelt steal it? How on earth did Julia apparently get DNA from what is still an open murder case with regards to Madeleine McCann? No one can get crime scene DNA, especially not a woman like Julia who claims to be a dead person, i.e. Madeleine. I know what you're thinking. Julia is now claimed to be 3 different missing children. Like I said before in upper video, a German girl and a toddler in Utah, USA. Who would ever give her DNA from the crime scene? So what you're telling me then, Julia Wandelt must have stolen it. But how? It just doesn't add up. It's in mainstream media, in the press. Excuse me, I've still got the flu. But this is bugging me, so you've got to do a video. But if it doesn't add up, I mean, everything Julia's now claiming regarding the crime scene DNA has to be a lie. I've even emailed the doctor she mentioned, Dr. Monty Miller, in regards to what Julia claimed he has done for her, but I don't expect a reply. I also asked him for an interview, so time will tell. But you know what people are like with interviews? They back out because, like, you know, facts. So I'm a little bit confused anyway. So keep asking yourself, how did Julia Wandelt, with a medical history of being mentally unstable, get access to crime scene DNA? Did she just ask? Send an email? Oh, hi, I'm Julia Wandelt. I'm Madeleine McCann. I'm off my nut. Can I have some DNA just to test it from the crime scene? Oh, yeah, here's some saliva from the bed and here's a hair. There we go, Julia. Said no one ever. This is absolutely ridiculous. Julia is lying as no one ever in history has been able to get hold of a DNA from an open crime just for general testing. It's a ridiculous claim, and mainstream media need to stop all the stories with regards to Julia Wandelt and end her fake narrative. Because Julia has invented this and she's just dragging it out. Now, Julia needs serious mental help and care so she can find herself, like so many other people have to do in life. The whole Julia Wandelt narrative is a tragic tale of one lost, abused, and confused young lady. So the best thing for everyone, and especially Julia Wandelt, is to stop platforming her lies and all the fabrications, stop believing in her delusions and encouraging her, and to just get her the help she so desperately needs. Julia has zero connections to Kate, Gerry, Sean, and Amelia. She has stalked them, harassed them, and continued to bring this tragic story into the mainstream media, not letting the McCanns ever try, and I mean try, to recover to the best of their abilities from their awful, horrific experience in Portugal. It's time, and I mean it's past time really, but it's time for Julia to stop. It has to stop. I mean, what do you make of it all? How can you do you really think Julia Wandelt has DNA from the crime scene? I mean, at what point would you ever even do a YouTube video or write in your local press or something and say she has crime scene DNA? Like, how? How does she get it? The only thing she needs to get is help. You heard she was arrested in Bristol Airport, stalking. She needs to leave the McCanns alone. She needs to stop everything. If you're out there and you are supporting Julia Wandelt, you too, I am afraid, are the problem. The sooner you can actually get your feet back on planet Earth and understand, if Madeleine McCann is dead, how can Julia Wandelt be Madeleine? How can Eugenie Collins be Madeleine? No one is Madeleine McCann other than Madeleine McCann. So as far as I'm concerned, anyone doing any video anywhere saying that you believe Julia Wandelt is Madeleine McCann, after seeing how many videos on YouTube debunking everything she's ever said, you are the problem. So stop. And let's see if we could silence Julia Wandelt and she'll get the help she needs. That's what needs to be done. That's what should be done. And that's all I have to say. But somewhere along the lines, Julia Wandelt has stolen crime scene DNA. So maybe they need to be looking into that, because anyway, what can I say? Be wizard, stay wizard, my friends. That is the wizard's words.